Hi, I'm happy to see you as always. Today we are on microhome number 14 and I am building in Evergreen Harbor, which is the city that came with the Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle expansion pack. And I am very happy about this house. I really like how it turned out, but you are probably wondering why didn't I build a container microhome for this episode of this series? Considering how container homes are a huge part of this expansion pack. And you are absolutely correct, they are, and I love container homes. I have built several container homes over the years. I built big ones, budget ones, even tiny ones, and they are all available in my gallery. And this is the reason I decided to go for something different this time. So I went for more like a detached house vibe, and I have no regrets. I think it worked out very well. I love this house, but I still wanted to provide you with an opportunity to make this into a container home. So the whole shape and the layout fits perfectly well with a container home. If you want to convert this, you need to just delete the roofing and change the wallpapers, and there you have it. It's your very own container home. In case you want to put this house into a different neighborhood where this whole house vibe doesn't really fit. So this time I really considered having this house in the other neighborhoods of the city as well, which I'm very proud of actually. As you can see, when I started building this house, this whole neighborhood was in a very, very bad state, and I wanted to match the house to the current state of the neighborhood, and your Sims could start from there and work their way over to the more advanced state of this neighborhood. But then I changed my mind because I wanted to use all these beautiful modern eco lifestyle items as I love them. So I decided to build for the more modern version of this area. And in case you are not familiar with Eco Lifestyle Expansion Pack, I am going to explain what I'm talking about right now. So when you purchase this game and start playing in this area, in this neighborhood, or any neighborhoods of Evergreen Harbor, you arrive in a state where it is not very developed. Everywhere you can find trash, Sims feel miserable because the air quality is very bad, and you have to work your way up from here. And you have a few community boards all over the world. I think there's one in every neighborhood, but you can do it from your mail as well, your mailbox too. But you can vote at these boards, and you vote for NAPs, which are neighborhood action plans, and in Evergreen Harbor you find additional ones to the normal neighborhood action plans that you would find in other cities. There's something called urban development or something like that, or neighborhood modernization. I'm not sure, it's been a long time since I played this expansion pack. If you have that neighborhood action plan in effect, or you elect the neighborhood action plan, the whole neighborhood starts slowly changing, and they clean up the area, the trash will be gone, they will plant beautiful flowers, and they start modernizing the buildings in the background, of course, not the real buildings that you have a lot. It is completely your job to do, but the whole environment changes and it becomes beautiful, and I love it. I really adore this feature. I think it's so creative, and this expansion pack is one of my favorites for this reason. I really love progress in games and I just love it. But of course, as any other packs, this pack is very buggy as well. So I didn't change the neighborhood action plan state when I built this house, but I decided to go for the more modern version, and I worked from my memory. I imagined how the whole neighborhood looks when it's completely finished, which I probably shouldn't have because my memory is just as bad as the memory of a goldfish, and I probably failed this task. You can of course correct me anytime in the comments if you wish. But I think I still succeeded. This house would fit the more modern version. Even though I'm a bit sad because I wanted to provide you with a house that you can move into right away and have your own progress as you play. But you can still downgrade this house if you want to. You can change the exterior, or you can place this house right away and be the pioneer of this eco lifestyle for your neighbors and show how it is done. I think it's a noble cause and it would totally work. Or you can, of course, change it to a container home, as I mentioned before. The whole layout of this house works. I tested it. You will be able to use it without a problem. But it's a bit sad that I couldn't make the bedroom work perfectly, as I needed to have that bed in the corner or at the very side of the room, and you can still have two Sims sleep in that bed, but it's not as comfortable as being able to walk around the bed. So yeah, that's a compromise. But I think this house still turned out very well and it's very functional, and I really like the garden. The garden is very small, as you can see. I chose a very small lot, which was of course obvious for a micro home, so I love the size of this lot. I think it's ideal for what I imagined for this micro home. But I built this little shed here where your Sims can do flower arranging, I believe, and have indoor gardens. Maybe I put a few vertical gardens there for your Sims to provide fresh vegetable and fruits for themselves. And here's a little back garden area. There's gonna be a grill and some couches and an eating area or dining area, which is very nice. And I of course placed a few power and water generating appliances here and there. Of course, all of them are eco-friendly because this is what we are going for. But in this pack, you can find generators and yeah, basically power and water generators that work with oil or something like that. And it has an industrial footprint. This is also a feature in this pack, so you can have green or an industrial footprint with your appliances and furniture and wallpapers, even roof tiles, which affects the whole state of the neighborhood. So if you use a lot of items with green footprint, then the air quality starts getting better, and if you're very lucky, you get to a state where you can see the blue lights, which I forgot the name of. I swear I remembered the name of the light when I started that sentence, but this is how it is. As I said, my memory is just as bad as the memory of a goldfish, so it checks out. Anyway, I wanted to provide a lot of activities for your Sims, so there's going to be a front garden as well, where you can plant even more plants, and I think there's going to be a telescope maybe, and an easel for painting. Here you can see these wind power generators, or I don't know how they are called. Actually, you can see I placed a few decor items into the shed, but they disappeared for some reason when I came back to this lot, which is very unfortunate. I am going to replace them before I upload this whole lot to the gallery, if I don't forget. There's no guarantee I won't forget, but I try. This is the seating area that I was talking about, and I like it a lot. I think it's very comfy. I would love to have something like this in real life, and actually it is a big dream of mine to have a huge garden with vegetables and fruits and being self-sufficient, or how is it said? How do you use that word? I'm not sure. So I really want to be independent in terms of food and just life in general. I really want to have a house that has solar panels and can be powered from renewable energy resources and stuff like that. So this pack is very, very close to me and my heart, and I really wish that at some point of my life, in my life, I will be able to have this and have a little farm with animals and stuff like that. But it's very, very far away. I'm still young and need to work a lot to get the opportunity to move away from a city and be more independent. However, we are getting closer to the end of this build. I wanted to talk about this build a bit more. I think I had a few ideas I wanted to share, and now I can't remember what I forgot, which is a terrible feeling. I'm sure you know how it is when you really wanted to say something but you just can't remember anymore. Anyway, as I said, this house was tested. It is functional, so hopefully your Sims will be able to use it right away. And I wish you luck with this house and with your Sims and this whole lifestyle, because it is very tricky at the moment to be able to live off the grid in The Sims 4. If that's a goal of yours, be prepared. It is very, very hard. I think it's still buggy, or I'm not sure. I tried it a few months ago and it was in a very bad state, but maybe they patched it in. I wouldn't be very optimistic though. I placed down a few beehives here, which is probably not the best idea to have in the front garden or front yard. Especially not next to the easel, because your sim will get what it is called, stinged or something. Oh no, my mind started to forget English words. Anyway, I placed that bench, which is kind of obligatory these days in my houses, because I want my Sims to enjoy the granny lifestyle and go out and have a gossip session with their neighbors. Here you can see the screenshots. My beautiful test Sim tested out the garden as well. I don't know why he refused to dress up properly, so yeah, he is really living this all-natural lifestyle. As you can see, he's a bit more hippie than I am. Anyway, he painted that beautiful flower for you. It's a great gift from him. I hope you enjoy. And at this point, my Sims are getting better at painting, and I really hope by the end of this series you will receive beautiful paintings from him. It's always a bit of an Easter egg or a surprise for you when you download my houses. It's a proof that the house was tested, play tested, so I always leave them there. I just don't sell it. I'm interested whether the food that he cooks and I put it in the fridge stays there. I'm not sure. Please, if you know, if you've ever downloaded my houses, let me know if the food was in the fridge when you downloaded it or not. Anyway, I need to say goodbye now. I am very grateful that you were able to watch through this voiceover, and see you next time. Bye!